Welcome to the Get Published podcast, sponsored by Brodie Consulting Group. To get more information about our coaching, publishing, executive ghostwriting, and podcast production services, go to getpublishedpodcast.com. Hello, I am Paul Brodie, and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Get Published podcast, where we help authors get published with a proven system that works. And today, we're being joined by Larisa Sharipova, author of Listen to Your Body and Regain Your Health. Larisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Paul. Nice to be with you.
Well, we are thrilled to have you. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
All right. Question number one. What is the one piece of advice that you would give to a first-time author who is currently writing their book?
Find the time to write it. Sometimes we put so many things in front of it just not to write. So the best advice, write every day.
And what do you feel is the hardest part about getting published?
Maybe to find the way you wanted to publish. I did self-publishing, so I just had to follow the rules. For people who go to traditional publishing, maybe a different road. Most difficult for me was technical part, to put all pieces together and upload to the website. That was for me most difficult. But also editing part, because English is not my first language, so I had to go through many rounds of editing, and that also takes a long time. But I didn't see it's very difficult. For me, technical part was the most difficult one.
Well, let's talk about marketing. So please share a marketing strategy that you have used in your book launch that has worked well.
The best marketing, it's when people know who you are. So for me was every time I speak publicly, I bring my book. Also do pre-launch when you send emails to all your email list or people who you know and ask them to send to other people, and pre-sell your book, maybe with some offering. When I pre-sell my book, I offer also consultation, 30 minutes free consultation for people who were pre-purchasing my book. So that stimulates people to buy it, or maybe offer some discounted price, or buy one get one free. So pre-launch or pre-ordering help you to start, and public speaking and selling your book that way, it's the best way, I think.
Well, speaking of books, I'd like to know what is your favorite book and what was the number one thing that you learned from it?
My favorite book is about, I like to read books about women who have power, and I always like to empower women. So my favorite book is Cleopatra, about history, about biography of Cleopatra and how powerful she was in her time and how much she did for the country and for the world. So I recommend this book on my website, and it was very pleasure to read about her.
And for a final question, what is your favorite quote and why?
My favorite quote, it's from Mahatma Gandhi. Happiness is not what you think, but what you say and what you do are in harmony. I love quote about happiness because that makes you happy. And what I like about this quote, but because sometimes people think one way, say the different way, but they never meant it what they said. So I think when you all in congruence with your thinking and behaving and living, that's the happiness in your life. That's why I like it.
Well, Larisa, I want to thank you for being a guest on the show. What is the best way for people to find you online?
I'm on all social media, and also I have a website, holisticexpert.org. Again, holisticexpert.org.
Larisa, thank you once again for being on the show, and I wish you all the best in your author journey ahead.
Thank you, Paul. Have a good day.
Thanks again for joining us today. To learn more about how to get your book published with a proven system that works, grab a free copy of my book at getpublishedpodcast.com.